挙集会が始まりました。集会を開いたのは無所属で大統領選に出馬しているケネディ候補です。
When my father announced, I didn't believe that he could possibly win, and he didn't either. He was running against a Democratic president of his own party. And then I remember in March when President Johnson dropped out of the race, and I realized, oh, he's going to win this. And, there have been so many things along the line, so many people who've said we could not get to where we are today, that we would never get crowds like this anywhere. And we couldn't do the fundraising. We couldn't get ballot access. And everything that they've told us we can't do, we've done. And is that I don't believe that President Trump or President Biden has any capacity to deal with these issues. President Trump ran up $8 trillion in 4 years on his 4-year watch. $8 trillion. That was more money spent than every president from George Washington to George Bush. 283 years. And President Trump spent more on his watch. And then President Biden came after him, and in his 4 years, he's racing to beat Donald Trump. Another crisis that's existential for us is the polarization. And all of us worry about this, don't we? The hatred that Americans now voice toward each other, the fact that all of us have family members that, we have difficult talking to now. Because of that, the anger and the poison, the toxicity, the vitriol. So we all get forced further and further apart. And you know and I know there is no good ending to this unless somebody, an adult, steps into the middle. Dollars we're spending. When my uncle was president, 6% of the GDP went to health care. Today, it's about 18 or 19%. It's 22% of our budget. And almost all of that is going for chronic disease. It's 5 times our military budget. It's unsustainable, and it's growing every year. We had the highest death rate during COVID of any nation in the world. So we are the sickest people in the world. We had 16% of the COVID deaths. We only have 4.2% of the world's population. Whatever we're doing, whatever we did, it was wrong. Do you want more of the same? Don't you want something different? Don't you want somebody who's actually going to look at the science, who's going to read it, who's going to question the technocrats himself? Trump followers, Biden policy, when they see what I can do, they're going to have hope for this country again, and they're going to learn to live with each other and to love each other again, and that's what we need as a nation.
長い行列ができていますけれども、ケネディ候補、希望者全員と写真を撮っています。トランプさん、バイデンさんだとこうはいかないかもしれません。Why do you support Mr. Kennedy?
I support Mr. Kennedy because I like all of his stands. I registered to vote in 1980 as a Democrat. I have voted straight Democrat up until 2020. 2021 and 2022, I voted straight Republican conservative because I could not stand the way my own party, who I was a committee person for 22 years, has gone so far to the left that it's just terrible.
Because he's not a swamp creature, and I like what he stands for. I like his independence, and that's a refreshing thing in politics, especially these days.
Right. Well, have you voted for independent candidate before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, who did you vote for in 2020?
Well, actually, I voted Republican.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Then why not this time?
Yes. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Mr. Kennedy.
Because I do not support either of the other parties, so I'm looking for something else.
They're independent.
Okay, what do you think is the most important issue in this year's presidential election?
The most important issue, I think, the economy, and I think the border.
Border.
If I had to choose between
Republican and Democrat.
Yeah,
Republican
Biden
and
or
Democrat,
Trump, yes.
I just would not vote.
Oh, okay.
I would not.
I wasn't going to vote. I wasn't going to vote at all because I don't like either one of them.
Oh, really?
But hopefully, if he gets on the ballot, I'll have another choice. So we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. So obviously, he's a member of the Kennedy family. And
Right.
Does that affect you?
No, not really, not really. I mean, family is family, right? We all have whatever in our family. So, no, that makes no difference at all.
Okay.
I take him for what he says and who he is. And
The most important thing is the vaccine, the whole thing going on with the mandates, with the stripping people of their bodily autonomy and those kinds of things, that we had a president who said that this is a disease of the unvaccinated. It's now no longer a government of the people, by the people, for the people. And, you know, corporations have basically hijacked our whole government. And he is so on it with that, and I really appreciate that. And I believe he has what it takes to fight that.
What did you think of his speech today?
I think he knows what the issues are. He's very bright and intelligent, unlike the other people that are running. And he supports health freedom, which I'm really, that's why I'm here.
Have you ever voted for an independent candidate before?
Yeah, I voted for libertarians.
Oh, libertarian.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What about you?
I voted for Ralph Nader back in the day. That was a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm a nursing student, so a lot of science-related things.
Oh, I see.
He is a very much of a science guy, so in my peers, he is very well known and talked about. This is my first year voting, so I wasn't able to vote in 2020.
Right, yeah.
But I don't know if I could choose between them. I don't know. I'd rather say in the middle.
NEWSDIG